Hello, language lovers. Welcome back to English with KD7. I am here to make your English learning journey simple, practical, and highly effective. So, let's start practicing together right now. If you have been learning English for some time, I want to ask you a simple question. When you want to speak English, do you first think in your native language and then translate your thoughts into English? If your answer is yes, so do not worry, you are not alone in this world. A lot of English learners do exactly the same thing, and I used to do it too. I would think about something in my own language first, then I would search for the English words. After that, I would try to arrange those words into a sentence. By the time I was ready to speak, the moment had already passed. Sometimes I knew exactly what I wanted to say, but I could not say it quickly. Sometimes I knew the vocabulary, but I was still confused about the sentence structure. Sometimes I simply become silent because I was thinking too much. That is why in today's video I want to talk about something that can make your English speaking much easier. Yes, that's true, friend. I want to talk about thinking in English. Thinking in English now, before you misunderstand me, I am not saying that you should suddenly start thinking about every complicated subject in English. That would be difficult. Instead, I want you to start with the small things that you already do every day. Your daily life is the best place to start. You do not need a special classroom. You do not need a big vocabulary, and you do not need to spend hours memorizing difficult sentences. Yes, you can practice English while you're walking, eating, traveling, working, studying, or simply sitting at home. You just need to change the language of your thoughts little by little. Look at example. Imagine that you wake up in the morning. Normally, you may think about what you need to do first. You may look at your phone, get out of bed, brush your teeth, and then go to the kitchen, look at sentences. For example, I need to get up, I need to check my messages, I need to brush my teeth, I am hungry, I need to make breakfast. These are extremely simple sentences, but they are perfect for English practice. You do not need to translate them from your native language. You can connect the situation directly with English. You see the situation, understand the morning, the meaning, and think in English. That is the habit we want to build. Use simple English. When I started practicing this, I realized something interesting. I didn't actually need thousands of words to describe my daily life. I already knew enough English. My biggest problem was that I was not using the English. I know. I was always searching for better words. I was trying for to create perfect sentences, and that made speaking slower. So I changed my approach. I started using simple English. If I knew a simple word, I use it. If I knew a simple sentence structure, I use it. I stopped trying to sound impressive and I focused on being clear. Slowly speaking became easier. Look at example. Instead of trying to use complicated English, you can express the same idea with a simple sentence. For example, look at these sentences. Complicated: I am experiencing an intense feeling of exhaustion due to my demanding schedule. Simple and natural: I am very tired because I had a busy day. Yes, the second sentence is simple, but it communicates the idea clearly. When you are learning to speak, clarity is more important than complexity. That's true. Do not translate complete sentences. Another problem is that many learners try to translate complete sentences. They think in their native language, create a complete sentence there, and then try to convert the whole sentence into English. This can create a lot of pressure. Instead, I try to think in English in a small phrase. Small phrases become building blocks. Once you become comfortable with them, you can connect them and create longer sentences naturally. Look at sentences. I am hungry. I am tired. I need some water. I have some work. I am getting late. I will call him later. I don't understand. Can you explain it again? You don't have to jump from basic English to advanced English in one day. That's true. Build your sentences step by step. Build longer sentences. For example, you can start with a very simple sentence and slowly and more information. This helps you understand how sentences grow naturally. Look at example. Start with I am tired at a reason. I am tired because I didn't sleep well last night. And another idea, I am tired because I didn't sleep well last night. So I think I should take some rest. We started with a very simple sentence, then added information and finally connected two ideas. This is how you can gradually build your speaking ability. You do not have to jump from basic English to advanced English in just one day. Build your sentences step by step. Describe what you see around you. Let me give you another practical exercise. Look around you right now, and you do not need to pause the video. Just look at something nearby you. Maybe you can see a table. Start by naming the object, then describe it. After that, describe something that is on it. Finally, talk about what you are doing. Look at sentences. This is a table. There are some things on the table. um, there is a bottle on the table. The bottle is next to my notebook. I am sitting near the table. Look at that, you have already spoken several sentences. That's and you didn't need any difficult vocabulary. You simply describe what you could see. This is one of the easiest way to start thinking in English. Practice while walking. Yes, you can start. Even now, let's take this exercise outside. Suppose you are walking on the road, you can look around and describe your surroundings. Yes, you can look at sentences. There are many people here. Some people are walking. A car is coming. The weather is pleasant today. The road is busy. I'm going to the market. I need to buy a few things. You are not studying English separately. Uh, you are using English to describe your real life. That is exactly what makes the practice useful. Practice while doing household work. Yes, you can use this also. You can also practice while doing household work. Suppose you are making tea, you can describe each step in English. Look at sentences step by step. First, I will boil the water. Now I am adding tea. Now I need some sugar. That tea is almost ready. I will pour it into the cup. Again, these are simple sentences, but simple sentences create fluency. Fluency does not always come from difficult vocabulary. It comes from using familiar language quickly and comfortably. Create English zones. That is also need for you. Now there is something important I want to clarify. Thinking in English doesn't mean that you should completely stop using your native language. Your native language is not your enemy. Yes, you do not need to force yourself to think in English all day. That can actually make learning stressful. Instead, create a small English zone in your day. Uh, Maybe you practice for a few minutes in the morning, then you describe things in English while traveling later. You speak to yourself for a few minutes. At night, you can describe what you did during the day. These small periods of practice can make a big difference when you do them consistently, like self talk practice. Another powerful technique is self talk. Some people hear the term self-talk and think it sounds strange, but it is actually a very useful language learning exercise. When you are alone, speak to yourself in English. You can talk about uh, what you are doing, what you are planning, or even a problem that you are trying to solve. Like suppose you have a busy day, look at some sentences. I have a lot of work today. I need to finish this before evening. I'm not sure how I will manage everything. Maybe I should complete the most important task first. This is natural English practice because you are talking about something real, just real thing. You are not memorizing an imaginary conversation. That's it. And you are so communicating your actual thoughts. When you forget a word, and if you do not know a word, don't stop. This is extremely important. Suppose you are talking and suddenly forgot a word. Don't immediately switch to your native language. Try to describe the word. Look at example. Suppose you forget the word stapler. Instead of stopping, you can describe it. Look at sentence. I don't remember the word, but it is the thing we use join papers together. That is it. You continued the conversation. You found another way to communicate. This is helpful. This is a very valuable speaking skill. You do not need every word, so don't think that fluent speaker know every English word. That's true. And they do not, nobody know every word. Good communication does not mean knowing everything. It means being able to express your thoughts even when you don't know the exact word. You can explain something, give an example, use a simple word, describe the object, and continue the conversation. Uh, Sometimes even advanced speakers forget words. The difference is that they know how to continue. Grammar and thinking in English. That's absolutely true. Now let's talk about grammar. Some learners are afraid of thinking in grammar in English because they believe every sentence must be grammatically perfect. But if you stop after every sentence to check grammar, your speaking will become slow and uncomfortable. Grammar is important. I'm not saying that grammar doesn't matter. It absolutely matters, but you need to learn grammar in a practical way. Look at example. When you talk about something happening now, you can use the present continuous. Yes. When you talk about something you did before, but you can use the past tense. When you talk about your plans, you can use future structures. You don't need to memorize complicated definitions every time you speak. You need to understand how these structures work in real situations. Look at example like present tense and present continuous. I am studying. I am watching a video. I am learning English. I am recording a video. I'm sitting. I'm speaking. I'm recording. Past tense. I watched a movie yesterday. I visited my friend. I finished my work. Future tense. I will call him later. I am going to study tonight. I will practice English tomorrow. Learn grammar through your life, incident, and activity. And this is where practice becomes powerful. That's true. Do not just read a grammar definition such as present continuous is used for action happening now. Create your own sentences. Look at example. I am sitting. I am speaking. I am recording a video. I am learning English. Now you understand the grammar through your own life. That makes it easier to remember. The same approach works with questions. Instead of only memorizing question formulas, start asking yourself questions and answer them aloud. Questions. Look at example. What am I doing? Where am I going? What did I do yesterday? What will I do tomorrow? Why am I learning English? What do I want to improve? Then answer those questions aloud. This creates a mini conversation inside your own mind, and slowly you become more comfortable forming questions and answers too. Record yourself. There is one more thing that helped me. I started recording myself, and honestly, listening to my own English was not always comfortable. Sometimes I thought sounded fine while speaking, but when I listened to the recording, I noticed mistakes that I had not noticed during the conversation. Maybe I repeated a word too many times. Maybe I paused too much. Maybe I pronounced something incorrectly. Maybe my sentence structure was confusing. But instead of deleting the recording and forgetting about it, I used to it as feedback. I listen again, notice the problem, and practice the correct version. This is why recording yourself can be so useful. You become your own learner and your own observer. Why I create this video? And that is one reason I started creating videos. When you record yourself regularly, that will be beneficial and you cannot hide from your mistakes. You see your expressions, you hear your pronunciation, and you notice your pauses and sentence patterns. Every recording gives you an opportunity to improve the next one. I'm still learning through this process. I don't consider myself as a perfect English speaker. I'm just learning. I am simply someone who continues to practice, and I believe that is a better way to learn. Do not label yourself. So, if you are watching this video and you feel that your English is weak, don't label yourself as a bad English speaker. Instead, say a sentence: I am learning English. That's it. There is a big difference. I am a bad at English sounds like a fine decision. I am learning English means you are still growing. That is important. Your language ability can change. Your confidence can change. Your vocabulary can grow. Your pronunciation can improve. Your grammar can become stronger. But you have to give yourself Don't expect quick results. That is the big misconception. Do not expect yourself to become fluent in a few days. Do not believe every promise that says you can become fluent without regular practice. Learning a language takes time, but that doesn't mean it has to be boring. You can make the process practical, you can make it part of your daily life, and you can enjoy the progress. Today's practice challenge. So here is your challenge for today. After watching this video, do not just say that is a good idea, actually do it. Take a few minutes and look around you and describe everything you can see in English. That's it. Then talk about whatever you are doing. After that, talk about what you did today, and finally talk about what you are going to do tomorrow. Do not worry about difficult words. Do not worry about perfect grammar. Just focus on expressing your ideas. If you make a mistake, correct it and continue. Look at practical practice example. Talk about your surroundings. Like this is my room. There is a table nearby me. My phone is on the table. I can see a notebook. There are some books nearby me. Talk about what you are doing. I'm sitting in my room. I'm practicing English. I'm recording my voice and my video. I'm trying to improve my speaking. Talk about today. I woke up early today. Uh, I had breakfast in the morning. I completed some work. I practiced English. Now I am recording this video. Talk about tomorrow. Tomorrow I will wake up early. I will complete my work. I will practice English. Definitely. I will learn some new sentences. I will try to speak more confidently. Record your progress, and if you want to make this challenge more interesting, record yourself. Yes, you need to do it. You don't have to upload the recording anywhere. Just keep it in your phone for yourself after a week or two. Record yourself again, then compare the two recordings before and after. You may notice something surprising. You may speak faster, you may pause less, you may remember more words, you may feel more comfortable in English, and that small improvement can give you a lot of motivation. Remember this, do not wait until you can speak English perfectly. Speak English so that you can become better than the better. Do not wait until you know enough words. Use the words you already know. Do not wait until you have complete confidence. Build confidence through practice. Practice makes man perfect, and don't be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. When I look at my own journey, I understand that improvement didn't come from one big change. It come it came from many small changes, a few sentences here, a little listening, there's some mistakes. I also do mistakes every day. Some corrections, some self-talk, some recording, some reading, some more practice. Over time, these small things started adding up. That is how language learning works. You build it little by little. So if you are learning English with me, I want you to remember one simple rule. Use English in your real life. Do not keep English inside your notebook, inside your brain. Do not keep it only inside your textbook. Do not keep it only inside your grammar exercises. Bring it into your daily life. Think in it, speak it, listen to it, read it, write it, and slowly English will start feeling more natural. Before I end today's video, I want you to answer one question. What is the biggest problem you face when speaking English? Do you translate from your native language? Absolutely. Do you forget words? Do you make grammar mistakes? Do you feel nervous? Or do you simply not get enough opportunities to speak? Tell me in the comments section. Your answer can help me decide what we should practice in the next videos. And remember, you do not have to be embarrassed about your current level. Every fluent speaker was once a learner. Every confident speaker once made mistakes. Every strong speaker had to start somewhere. So start where you are. So use what you know and keep improving. And if you enjoyed today's video, please like it and subscribe to English with KD7. Share this video with someone who is learning English and struggling with speaking, like as you and like me. And if you are following this series from day one, thank you for being here. We are not trying to become perfect overnight. We are building a habit step by step. We are improving step by step, and we are becoming more confident step by step. With every practice session. I will see you in day 4 with another useful English speaking lesson. Until then, keep learning, keep practicing, and keep speaking. And remember, do not translate every thoughts. Start thinking in English one simple sentence at a time. Thank you so much for watching this video and take care and keep improving yourself. See you in the next video.